I read a lot of random books, and most of them aren't things that I would necessarily recommend to somebody unless there was a specific thing that I think out of that book they would benefit a lot about. It is to say, most of these books are pretty good, and I come back to them often, depending on what the situation is. I pulled a few random ones, though. The Tao Te Ching, I think it's one of the greatest books ever written. My father was a Buddhist. Buddhism kind of just bored me whenever I was reading about it. But Taoism, thought it was pretty cool. I got into Alan Watts for a while when I was younger. Do Hard Things. I've talked about this book once before. I think it's an awesome book. Just learning about doing the things that you need to do when you need to do them, and how all of the greatest people have had to do really hard things at any point in time. Being able to read these things kind of reinforces it to stop procrastinating. Um, Same thing with Grit. Basically the same idea, just in a different context. I think it's really important to read the books when you know you're stuck because it'll get you out of that funk. This book I fucking love. This is Everything is Predictable. It talks about Bayes' theorem, and it's a really introductory level understanding of Bayes' theorem and just thinking in statistics in general and how you should be updating what you believe in more or less depending on how the outcomes of evidence come by you. And then this book is in Italian, but the guy, Massimo Pugliucci, he is a professor, I think, at like New York University or something. Anyways, he talks about philosophy. This one is Come essere stoici, and it's just about stoicism. I like the way the guy writes, and I like the way the guy talks. And every time that he puts anything that has to do about stoicism in a proper context, it makes me think about it a little bit more valuable than if I'm reading some fucking book from 3,000 years ago. That is to say that if you are ever going to read about stoicism, just read Epictetus because he wrote, or at least the way things are translated, reads very, very easy. Last one. There's a book right here that I'm on the cover of from when I did a bodybuilding show like 9, 10, 12 years ago, something like that.